Hi everyone, nubkeks here, welcome back to Nub Raids, and today we're going to be looking at Skytouched Shaman, and in particular, how she can help you in Arena to counter Tormin, Countess Lix, Leorius, Ma'shalled. Should be pretty exciting, should be pretty interesting. This is going back to a comment from Albi almost a month ago, and you guys might have seen Skytouched Shaman as well crop up in my Revive on Death team for Bommel 90 Hard. Not going to cover that today in today's video. Today's going to be a purely arena focused video. But yeah, if you want to see her in some PvE content, you can check that out. We might re-gear her for some Hydra stuff soon too. But yeah, as Albi says, she was talked about a bit in the past, but it feels like nowadays nobody has her on her radar anymore, and she is a total game changer in the arena. So let's dive into the arena, shall we? And let's see what she's going to be able to do. How have I set her up, first of all? So we have her in an untouchable set. They're very important. Bonus resistance is nice, and it gives her immunity for 2 turns, right? So she cannot be affected by any debuffs, though we will have to watch out a bit for debuff strippers because I haven't been able to build her resistance high enough because I have her speed actually very, very high. So what have I got her with in terms of overall stats? So overall stats, her defense is actually higher than I would want it to be, and her health is lower than I would want it to be. But in terms of the gear that I actually had available, I needed to get her to about this much speed. So she's up to 282 speed. She has 400 resistance. And yeah, this is sort of what we're trying to do. So I basically need her, for me, speed tuned. I need her to be faster than my Prince Kymar, who's 276. So we're going to put her in an arena team with Arbiter going first, then her, then Kymar. So she needs to be faster than Kymar for this to work, hence why she is where she is. In order to get there, this is the gear that we had on. Again, some of it is suboptimal. We have an untouchable weapon here with 2 rolls in speed, a roll in resistance. That's actually pretty good. We have a Divine Speed helmet, only 1 roll in speed. This is like my account is very short on speed gear. I've just never farmed any speed gear. I've other ways around it, and you'll see we will struggle with speed today, but it's okay. We've got a couple of speed rolls on the shield, but it's only 5-star. Got a couple of speed rolls on HP percentage gauntlets in Divine Speed. They're okay. Unfortunately, I was very sad with this one. Resistance chest piece, 6-star legendary. We only got 1 roll into speed though in untouchable set, and then we of course have speed boots with 3 rolls into accuracy. I'm by the way doing this build today because I'm probably going to move a lot of this gear over onto Mithrala Lifebane. I think this is going to be nice. Like, these are a fantastic pair of boots for Mithrala, who I will be pulling tomorrow. I'm going to be streaming the CVC live. So yeah, if you want to check it out, me doing CVC, pulling Mithrala, building her out, leveling her up, all that. Come on in tomorrow. It's going to be a good time. Then we do have her in 1 reaction ring, which is a bunch of defense because I just don't have any HP rings. Like, yeah, this is another defense ring. So we're really low on HP rings. So we're barbarians. Have her in a HP necklace, which could be rolled up. This is actually pretty good with 2 resistance rolls. That's not too shabby. And then I have her in an accuracy banner, which does nothing for her, but just because this has a ton of speed on it, at least for my account. Yeah, I've been unlucky with the barbarian banners with speed. They all like to get 1 roll in speed and then stop. They're like, no, that's enough actually. I've thought about getting more rolls in speed, but I've decided to reject this proposition. We're putting rolls into whatever else we want. The one and done with speed, which is not so good. So yeah, that's her stats. For her masteries, we have her going down into resistance for unshakable bonus resistance, just to give her an extra chance to resist those debuff strippers. Again, it's not super essential, but I think it's good. We have the extended buffs, which is actually quite good. And then we have a chance to increase her turn meter when hit by a critical hit. That's hopefully going to help us against Hegemon. We're going to try her against Hegemon as well. Did Albi say Hegemon? He did not say Hegemon, but we'll try her against Hegi, and we'll see if we can make it work. One of the issues is that because she's not faster than Arbiter, she won't protect Arbiter from Hegemon. So that's something to watch out for. And I actually don't even have mine fully booked yet. In fact, I only have 1 book in, giving us 1 cooldown return off of Immortal Skies. You don't actually need to book her. She can work without being booked, in my opinion. Gives you a good chunk extra healing, so it's worth booking her if you're going to use her extensively, and if you don't have a cooldown reset like Kymar, but it's not super essential. So let's dive in. Let's try find some teams. And again, this is no bullshit. I'm just going to show you the fights, unless they're really boring. But I'm not super confident that we're going to win because my Arbiter's not very fast. So we could try these teams. We might simply get outsped, but let's give it a go. So I'm going to switch it. I usually use Tormin to cheese this stuff. And one way to counter those Tormin teams is with her. That's going to be one of the main places. We'll try this out first. Let's see how she is against the Leorius. So the idea here against Leorius is that if we are faster than them, we have a chance. If we're not, we're probably dead. We shall see. Okay, they're faster. We might still have a chance with Foley. We do still have a chance with Foley. That is good. Let's try kill the Arbiter. Okay, now we have to hope that we get a go before Leorius does. Looks like we will. Let's revive him. Give us another boost, so as much turn meter as possible. She comes in, and she gives us revive on death. So hopefully this will protect us. Actually, we're fine because... Oh, no, we're not fine. But here we go. Look at that. He didn't actually one-shot us. It's pretty low damage, Leorius. And their team was speed-tuned, but we cut in because of Foley. Foley's passive removes sleeps and stuff. So Foley gives you another chance as well against champions like Kymar, Tormin. Anyone with those sort of hard CCs, he can break free and gives himself 50% turn meter. So we're able to sneak our way in there and blow up their Kymar. But yeah, you can see the idea is that Leorius blows us up, but we can just pop back up again because Skytouched Shaman puts revive on death on us. So if Leorius is the last one alive, okay, we're faster this time. Let's see how this one goes. So here we go. She is going to give us revive on death. That's nice. We're going to sleep them, hopefully, with Kymar. Obviously, Leorius cannot be slept because he's a very awake boy. We're going to try blow up Arbiter. We do get her. Okay, we get one picked back up. That's fine. So we can try strip this off of Leorius. That's okay. He smacks us. Oof, half the team flops over dead. But we stand back up again. And we should now simply put, we should just outspeed the Leorius, right? He's likely to be a very slow champion. And we just run him down, basically, right? Certainly Arbiter would be faster than Leorius. So if you've got a 1 HP Leorius, he kills your Arbiter. She revives on death. I think it's going to be a crazy world if the Leorius is faster than Arbiter. So, yeah. Does he work against Leorius? Actually, yeah, works pretty well. Let's throw a refresh in here. Let's see if we can find someone else. Like, I have a couple showed up in my tag arena reset if we don't get them. Oh, there's one. There's Ma'shalled. I'm looking for Tormin, and I'm not seeing Tormin. Or Countess Lix. This team will be to... Yeah. Okay, let's do some shenanigans here. Okay, let's do some shenanigans here. So this team should be very slow. Yeah, they're very slow. They're very slow. Right, well, let's speed up. Let's put revive on death on. Let's just A1 with Kymar. So we're going to fight this badly just to see how this works. Well, I mean, he stole her buffs right there, but I guess he didn't A1 anyone else, right? He didn't put the true fear on anyone else, which then lets our nuker come in and we can attempt to blow them up. So let's try get the reviver. Yeah, we can revive her as well. One nice thing too is that she heals a ton when she's low on life. This is going to hurt a lot. Foley does block revive on death, so that's something scary to watch out for. But yeah, so that's what she does against Ma'shalled. I think it's okay. He obviously one-shot her there. If you had her built up with more HP, she would probably live. But he does do a really hard single target smack. But he wasn't able to put True Fear on the rest of our team or Leech and then hit them with his A1. So it's not bad. It's not a bad combo. Okay, no one else there we want to see. Let's do one more refresh, then we'll jump into tag to see it against a Tormin. Okay, let's see it against a Hegemon as well. That could be an interesting thing to test. So the idea here against Hegemon, let's see that in action. Doesn't work as smoothly because Hegemon, he has a 50% chance to put block active skills on our team. So that's pretty scary. He can also, if he's in a stun set or a taunting set, he can stun or taunt us, and he does go first. So the issue here is that he could outspeed our Arbiter, and then, yeah, if Skytouch breaks them free, that's good, but we have the risk then of being stripped and killed. I mean, let's try it. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. Let's see what happens. So we will get hit by Hegemon. Now, if Arbiter doesn't get her skills locked, we're good. She did. Oh, wow. And oh, that's a nuking Hegemon. He actually one-shot Foley. Well, that's certainly not ideal. Let's hit their Arbiter, push her turn meter back a little bit. That might help. Now we can come in and we can put revive on death on us to hopefully save us. We will attempt to put them to sleep. Good. We put Canderfawn to sleep. That might actually work pretty well. Let's heal us back up. She can A1, which unfortunately wakes up Hegemon, but it's hopefully not the end of the world. Give us a turn meter boost with, both of those hits hit our Foley. Don't like to see that, let me tell you. All right, Foley, if you would like to get a go. Oh, no, we get cut in. Now, we can put Revive on Death back on with her, so that's nice. I guess the real danger is Counterfawn. Let's try hit him. We double hit him with Foley. We actually take him down, and actually we can hit auto now. So that actually kind of worked. That's probably more of a gear thing, though. I'm going to be honest. But hey, look, it worked. So that's nice. But it wasn't super clean by any means. If we were against, a better team here, he's probably like me. He doesn't have his arena team geared, like min-max geared, because he's got Hegemon. He's probably leaning on that Hegemon crutch. I lean on a Tormin crutch. It's just for progressing through the game. It's just a convenient thing to do, right? You get this really powerful Void Legendary, lets you kind of cut some corners so you can focus on other areas of the game. Let's see her against Tormin, which is going to be our main area. But yeah, against Hegemon, she's okay, but not amazing. Would be better in a... Yeah, it's just kind of tough, right? Because she goes after Arbiter, so that's very tricky. And I think it's very hard to make her be faster than Arbiter or whatnot. That's awkward. You might be better off with something like... Yeah, not having the Arbiter in there at all. I don't know. It's a tough call. It's a tough call. I'll just say that she's not the best counter. Here we go. We actually have... Look at this team. So this team, they actually have both the thing. I've also been trying out Mr. Archbishop as well. I've been having fun with him. So let's put them in there. And yeah, sure, whatever. Can go wherever. Doesn't matter. But let's see this one. So they actually have a Ma'shalled and a Tormin. All right. Now, again, if they're faster... We're going to be in a bit of a tough situation. About to lose a whole bunch of 3v3 points as well. But for the sake of the video, who cares? Who cares? So are we fast? Okay, we're faster. Good. Wow. Look at me go. I'm never faster. So we speed boost there. Now, this is one downside. You see what just happened right there? The Foley passive, which saved us in a different fight, really hurt us there. Foley got a 50% turn meter, which actually skipped him up in the order, and he went before Skytouched Shaman. But he was frozen again by Tormin's passive and therefore missed his turn. So that's not good. So he has missed his turn. We'll put our stuff on. We can sleep their team with Kymar. So that buys us some time. Let's actually speed boost us again. Don't want to wake up Tormin. Okay, we can hit them now. They're probably going to get boosted by Arbiter. Let's just give us a turn meter boost here as well, just so we can smack them. And in fact, let's hit auto and bam, down they go. Okay, so look, that worked pretty well, right? That worked pretty well. If we had a nuker that wasn't Foley, our turn meter wouldn't have been quite so screwed up, so it would have worked much better. That we would have gone in, Arbiter boosts us up, everyone gets frozen, but then Skytouched Shaman is next in line, and she has immunity set, so she can't be frozen by Tormin. She cleanses everyone off, then Kymar would go, then Foley would go. Obviously the Foley passive throwing it off. So yeah, against the Tormin there, working pretty well, right? That actually works pretty well. Let's see one more fight against a Tormin. Let's try it out like this. Then this might sort of flop. Let's try it. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're going to use our thing. That's okay. Oh, I've actually used all my tag today. Wow. How did I do that? Look at me being productive. I didn't even know I did that. So let's try this out. This might go badly where we might get cut in again by that Madame. We might get our stuff stripped. We'll have to see how it works. But yeah, so there you go. Skytouched Shaman. What is she enabling you to do? Oh, this is probably going to go very badly. Oh, okay. Never mind. Look at this. Look at this. So yeah, his Tormin and his Herndeg were too slow, so we get to boost with Arbiter. Everyone gets frozen. Okay, never mind. So what happened right there, unlucky. What happened right there is that Arbiter, she applied the increased attack and then got frozen by that buff. And then, yeah, it fell apart because she didn't get the turn meter off. So that was unfortunate. She got frozen before the turn meter effect kicked in. Now, what would work there is if you had your Arbiter in immunity gear, that would also work. So I guess that's something to watch out for when you're playing against that Tormin. That, yeah, where is he? That's one to watch out for, isn't it? So he has, what's it, 35%? So 20 books up to 30 plus 5 with the mastery. So he has a 35%. So there's a 35% chance it could go wrong, that Arbiter gets frozen before she actually does the turn meter boost, in which case you could still be in trouble. So that's where you would want the, she puts increased attack, then fills the turn meter. So if she gets frozen by putting increased attack on herself, you are in trouble. Yeah, that's one to watch out for. That's where that immunity Arbiter comes into play. But certainly Skytouched Shaman, she saves you the hassle of having to put your other characters into immunity as well. And a good chunk of the time, I mean, what's that, 65% of the time against a Tormin team, it's going to work. It's going to give you a win where otherwise you could not attack that Tormin team, which is a very useful thing, right? She's just going to counteract that passive. Arbiter won't get frozen by increased attack, and you're good. So, yeah, we didn't see her against Countess Lix, but we saw her against Ma'shalled, which worked okay. It worked out. She got one shot, but she did stop the True Fears, which was good. She worked actually pretty well, better than I thought against the Leorius. That actually worked pretty well. Revive on death, everyone stands back up after Leorius nukes them, and because Leorius is typically so slow, we're good. Countess Lix we didn't get to see, but she puts block active skills on you, so that would also work too. That would work just fine. And then, yeah, Tormin, she works pretty well against Tormin. Even worked okay against Hegemon too. Worked okay against Hegemon, not perfect. Not perfect against Tormin. Definitely an immunity arbiter. If you put her in with an immunity arbiter, so arbiter can't get locked by Hegemon, she can't get locked by Tormin. That's really going to improve your stuff as well. But typically, in order to build an immunity arbiter and get that really good win rate with this sort of team against the Tormin, the Hegemon, you're going to be, more of a whale who's going to have two arbiters, and you have one for speed and one for immunity. Most people aren't going to have that. But yeah, Skytouched, is she good? Yeah, she's really good. She's really, really good. There are other characters that do the same thing, by the way. So like Riho Bone Spear does this, where she cleanses, puts block debuffs. She's a legendary champion. Obviously, Cardial would be the best one, who does the block debuff, survive on death. So again, a couple of these examples in the legendaries. Obviously, these are voids. Shows you how good this move is. But she removes all debuffs, block debuffs, and heals you. So that's awesome. Bearing in mind, Skytouch does heal you as well on her turn. So functionally somewhat similar right there. So that's not too bad at all. And then who is the other one I mentioned? Yes, Cardial, who's in Sacred Order. Cardial is sort of like the super legendary version of Skytouched. Removes all debuffs, block debuffs, revive on death. That's something that Riho doesn't bring, the revive on death. Cardial also brings you in, though, ally attack. He does healing. He can put True Fears. He take less damage from these chaps. So Cardial's much better. Speed aura. Much, much better than Skytouched. But for an epic, she's excellent. Guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you tomorrow as well for this Clan v Clan tournament, where I'm going to be live streaming. I wanted to do this today because we're probably going to be taking a bunch of this gear and putting it onto Mithrala. I don't know. We'll see. We'll decide when we get there. The downside is I actually really want the Skytouched Shaman. Mithrala Lifebane, she gives us the remove all debuffs, but she doesn't give us revive on death or block debuffs. And losing those two things kind of sucks, because you go up against something like Tormin and he can just refreeze you. But Mithrala, she's still going to be very good. So I don't know. We will see. We'll see. But thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.